Hello students, good morning. This is the fifth session of your chapter circles. In the last session, means in fourth session, we already discussed some numerical problems. And all that problems which is based on the theorems what you are already learnt in the previous classes. Right? For example, the line drawn from center of circle to chords are equal, are perpendicular, and that line will be bisect the chord into two equal parts, right? And the next in coming session you already learnt angle formed at the center of the circle is always twice or double, whereas the angle formed by the same arc on the circumference of the circle is half, right? Next one, the angle formed in the semicircle is always equal to 90 degrees. It means whenever the angle is formed in the semicircle, it is always be a right angle. Okay. Next one, cyclic quadrilateral. We already learnt about the cyclic quadrilateral, right? When the four vertices of the quadrilateral lies on the circle or circumference of the circle, that circle we call it as a cyclic quadrilateral. In the cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles, the sum of two pair opposite angles is equal to the 180 degree. It means the sum of pair of opposite angles is equal to 180 degree. Usually in cyclic quadrilateral, we are getting two pair of opposite angles, and each pair, the sum of each pair, which is always equal to 180 degree. Okay, so these are the some properties or theorems we already discussed in the previous classes, right? So today we are going to discuss some numerical problems. In that first one, in figure calculate the angle AOC, so you need to find the value of the angle AOC. The angle AOC is lies at the center of the circle. This is angle AOC, and B is the point which lies on the circumference of the circle. Here this angle is 30 degree and this angle is 40 degree. Okay, angle OAB is 30 degree, angle OCB is equal to 40 degree. You need to find the angle, central angle AOC. Okay. First write the given datas. What are the given datas here? As you all know that the two angles are given here. Write that given angle first. Angle OAB. Angle OAB is equal to 30 degree, and next one angle OCB is equal to equal to 40 degree. So two angles are given. No, next one, what you have to find here? You need to find the angle AOC. So find the value of angle AOC. You need to find, or you need to calculate the magnitude of the angle AOC, right? Solution. Join O and B. Join OB. Now I will join the line from O to B. Join OB. When you are joining OB here, OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. Why? Because these three line segments are equal, because they are the radii of the circle. This line is drawn from center of circle to the circumference. So OA, OB and OC are the radii of the circles. All these three are radii of circle. Okay. Let's come to the next concept. Here, first take the two triangles are there. When we are joining OB, we get two triangles. What are the two triangles here? First triangle OAB and second triangle OBC. So in that, take any one triangle. In triangle AOB, in triangle AOB, in that OA is equal to OB, OA is equal to OB, radii of circle, radii of circle. If two sides are equal means, what you call that triangle? Isosceles triangle, right? In any triangle, in the given particular triangle, if two sides are equal means that triangle is considered as a isosceles triangle. And usually in isosceles triangle, the opposite sides of the equal, opposite angles of the equal sides are corresponding angles are equal. If two sides are equal means their corresponding angles also equal in the isosceles triangle. So here OA and OB are the two equal sides and their corresponding angles OAB, OBA, these two angles are equal. So it means this angle is also 30 degree. Angle OAB, which is equal to angle OBA, corresponding angles of isosceles triangle. Therefore, angle OBA is equal to 30 degree. Okay, so this one consider it as a equation 1. One more triangle is there. What is that second triangle? Triangle OBC. So in triangle OBC or BOC, again OB is equal to OC, we already stated here, right? So OA, OB, OC are the three radii of the circle. So in the given triangle OBC, OB is equal to OC. These two are radii of circle. If two radii are equal, or if two sides are equal in the triangle, so this triangle is isosceles triangle, and in isosceles triangle corresponding angles are equal. So what are the two corresponding angles here? Angle here OB and OC are equal, no? So their corresponding angles OCB, which is equal to angle OBC. Angle OCB is equal to angle OBC. These two are the corresponding angles of isosceles triangle. Okay, therefore angle OBC is equal to 40 degree. Angle OBC is equal to, this angle becomes 40 degree. Now how you can find the total angle ABC? By adding these two angles we will get one complete angle, right? So first calculate this one, consider it as a equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. By adding equation 1 and 2, equation 1 is angle OBA plus angle OBC. By adding these two, which angle we are getting here? ABC, right? So by adding these two angles, we are getting one complete angle, that is ABC. In that, angle OBA is 30 degree and angle OBC is 40 degree. Therefore, angle ABC is equal to 70 degree, right? If angle ABC is 70 degree means, so this angle is formed by the arc or segment. Angle is formed by the arc on the circumference of the circle is always half, right? So what about the central angle? It is always twice, no, or double. The central angle formed by the arc is always double, right? So angle AOC is equal to 2 times of angle ABC. What you have to write the reason here? Angle formed at center, is twice, right? So angle AOC, which is equal to 2 into angle ABC, is 70 degree. So angle AOC, which is equal to 140 degree. This is the required angle. What we need to calculate here? Angle AOC. So angle AOC is 140 degree. Okay. Let's come to the next question. That is, in figure, angle BAD is equal to 65 degree. Angle ABD is equal to 70 degree. Angle BDC is equal to 45 degree. Prove that. First one, AC is a diameter of the circle. Here you need to prove that AC is a diameter of the circle. And second one, find the angle ACB. Find the angle ACB. So diagram is like this. O is the center of the circle and AC is the diameter. So these two are the B and D are the points which lies on the circumference. So this angle becomes 70 degree. This complete angle, don't get confused here. This angle, it means it is not a complete angle. Angle DBC, angle DBA only 70 degree. So don't get confused here. They are not giving here complete angle CBA. We don't know the exact value. So they are giving only the angle DBA, that is 70 degree. Next one, this angle is 45 degree. So what are the given datas here? Given datas, angle BAD is equal to 65, angle ABD is equal to 70 degree, angle BDC is equal to 45 degree. So what you need to find here? First one, you need to prove that AC is a diameter. AC is a diameter of the circle. And second one, find the angle ACB. Find the angle ACB, right? So just observe the given diagram. What are the given datas here? First, in triangle or in cyclic quadrilateral, angle DAB or angle BAD is equal to 65 degree, angle ABD is equal to 70 degree, and one more angle, that is angle BDC is equal to 45 degree, right? So by using these values, you need to find or you need to prove first one AC as a diameter, and second one ACB, find the magnitude of the angle ACB, right? Come to the solution. Here completely two angles are given, no? So directly consider the triangle ABD. When two angles are completely given, so consider the particular triangle. In that they are giving complete angle. For example, if I take here, we don't know the two angles. Angle C and angle B we don't know. So here B is a one particular angle, A is a one complete angle, and we need to find the angle ADB. So first consider triangle ABD or ADB. So in triangle ABD, each individual angles, the sum of the all three angles in a triangle, which is always equal to 180 degree. That is the angle sum property of the triangle. So consider individual angles. Angle BAD, angle BAD plus angle ABD plus angle ADB, which is equal to 180 degree reason angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of the triangle. In that angle BAD is 65 degree, angle ABD is 70 degree plus angle, write this angle ADB as it is, that is equal to 180 degree. So angle ADB is equal to 180 minus sum of these two, 70 plus 65. 70 plus 65 is 135. So angle ADB, which is equal to 45 degree. Angle ADB is equal to 45 degree. So this angle now becomes 45. How you can get the angle ADC? Angle ADC is equal to angle ADB. By adding two angles, we get one complete angle, that is ADC. So angle ADB plus angle BDC plus angle BDC. So these two angles are 45 degree each. So 45 plus 45, angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. By adding these two, 45 and 45, we get angle ADC is equal to 90 degree. Just observe that angle ADC is a 90 degree. Sum of these two angles is equal to 90 degree, right? Here, if two angles, by adding these two angles, we are getting 90 degree, means the opposite side is hypotenuse. That hypotenuse is passes through the center of the circle O, right? Whenever the line passes through the center of the circle and opposite angle of that side, given side or given diameter, so if it is equal to 90 degree, then we are considering this as a semicircle. So here AC is a diameter. If angle ADC is equal to 90 degree, means AC is a diameter. AC is a diameter of circle, right? AC is the diameter of the circle, right? Next one. So this is the first proof. We already learnt in the previous classes, no? Whenever the angle formed on the semicircle, that is always equal to right angle. So this is the angle. The angle ADC is formed on the semicircle, and that is equal to 90 degree. Next, what we need to calculate? Angle BDC. Angle BDC is already given, that is 45. We need to calculate one more angle, ACB. So here ACB. What is the value of angle ACB? Can you calculate this one, angle ACB? Just observe the given diagram. Here AC is the arc, AB is the arc, and AB is the chord, and these two will form a segment of the circle. Whenever the angles in the same segments are always equal, therefore angle ADB angle ADB is equal to angle ACB. So these two are angles in same segment, angles in the same segment of the circle. Therefore angle ACB is equal to 45 degree. Angle ACB is equal to 45 degree. This is the required angle. Okay, let's move to the third question. What they are given in the third question? In the figure AB is a common chord. AB is a common chord of two circles. If AC and AD are diameters, prove that DB and C, points DB and C are in the straight line. Okay, O1 and O2, these are the two centers of the circle, or you can also consider it as the O and O dash are the centers of two circles. So draw here two circles with center. What are the centers of circle? O1 and O2, or you can also consider it as O and O dash. Here AB is the common chord. AB is the common chord. AB is the common chord. What you have to prove here? You need to prove that the points D, B, C lies in the straight line. Okay. So first write the given datas. What are the given datas here? AB is a common chord. AB is the common chord for given two circles. Okay, what you have to prove here? What you need to prove here? Point D, B, C lies on straight line. Need to prove that all these 3 points is lying on the straight line. Okay, proof. Observe here. AD and AC are the two diameters. Why they are diameter? Because these two line segments are passes through the center of the circle. For example, here AC is passing through the first center of the circle, and whereas the AD is the second diameter which is passes through the center of circle, that is O2. Okay, so whenever the line passes through the center of circle, it consider it as a diameter, and by joining or by intersecting this common chord, we are getting one triangle here. So in triangle A, B and D, in triangle ABD, the angle formed on the semicircle, if AC is AD is a diameter, means the angle formed in the semicircle, this is half of the circle, no? If AD is act like a diameter, means half of the circle, and angle ABD is forming in the semicircle, so angle ABD is equal to 90 degree. Consider this equation as 1. Why? Because it is 90 degree. So this angle is formed. Angle in a semicircle. Angle in semicircle is right angle. or the angle formed in the semicircle is always equal to 90 degree. Can you take directly one more right angle? Angle ABC. Angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. ABC is equal to 90 degree. So this is also a right angle which formed on the another circle, whereas AC is a diameter. So AC is a diameter means the angle formed by same diameter on the semicircle ABC, which is right angle or which is equal to 90 degree. So reason becomes same, angle in the semicircle or right angle. Add equation 1 and 2. By adding equation 1 and 2, ABD plus ABC, what we will get? Angle DBC. Angle DBC. So this angle is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. By adding these two angles, angle DBC is equal to 180 degree. If angle DBC is equal to 180 degree means it will be obviously DBC is a straight line, because the angle of the straight line is always equal to 180 degree. So DBC is a straight line. DBC is a straight line. So these three are the D, B and C are points lies on straight line. So these three are the points lies on the straight line. Okay, so this is the third question. Next, see the fourth question. In fourth question, the length of the chord, the length of common chord of two intersecting circles. So two circles are intersecting. In that, one common chord is there. What it says, fourth question, the length of common chord of two intersecting circles is 30 centimeter. If the diameter of these two circles, 50 centimeter and 34 centimeter, calculate the distance between their center. So two circles are there with different diameters. In that first circle diameter is 50 centimeter, second circle diameter is 34 centimeter. You need to find the distance between the two centers of circle. So this one first circle and this is second circle. Okay, because these two circles are having different radii or different diameters. Okay, and AB is a common chord. AB is the common chord, and these two are considered as a centers of the circles are considered as a O and O dash. Whenever the line drawn from center of circle to chord, the chord will be bisected into two equal parts, and the line drawn from the center of circle to the chord is always perpendicular. So it becomes perpendicular. This is also perpendicular. If one side is 90 degree means another side is also obviously 90 degree, right? So this point, intersecting point, is considered as a D. Now here join. So what are the given datas here? First one, what they are given here? The length of the common chord of two intersecting circles is 30 centimeter. So length of the common chord, AB is the common chord. First write the given datas. AB, length of the common chord AB is 30 centimeter. And next one, The diameters are given, means by extending these lines we will get the diameter. So diameter is a twice of the radius. It means the radius is half of the diameter. So first diameter, for example, first diameter is 50 centimeter, means second diameter 34 centimeter. Okay, so these are the two diameters. Here first circle, diameter of the first circle is 50 centimeter, diameter of the second circle is 34 centimeter. Find the radii. It means find the OA is half of the diameter. So half of the 50 is 25 centimeter. Again half of the whole diameter 34 centimeter is there, no? 34 half is 17 centimeter. So that is O dash A is equal to 17 centimeter. So these two are the required radii of the circle, right? When the diameters are different, means the radii is also different. Now here either you can take first one or second one, or consider first triangle or second triangle. When the line drawn from center of circle to chord, the chord will be bisected into two equal parts. So here I am taking OD is perpendicular to AB. OD is perpendicular to AB means the chord will be bisected into two equal parts. That is AD is equal to DB. AD is equal to DB, and AD is equal to, here I am requiring the only the length of AD, right? Because these two lengths are equal. So first calculate the AD length. AD length is a half of the whole chord AB. So 1 by 2, the length of the chord AB is 30 centimeter. So it means the AD length is equal to 15 centimeter. So this length becomes 15 centimeter, and this length is 25 centimeter, and this one is 17 centimeter. Okay, what you need to find here? The distance between the two centers of the circle. Okay, first consider any one triangle. Either you can take first right angle triangle or second right angle triangle. So in triangle ADO, in triangle ADO, so angle D is a 90 degree, means the opposite side of the 90 degree is hypotenuse. So by applying the Pythagoras property, you can easily calculate the length of OD. So OA square is equal to, apply the Pythagoras property, OA square is equal to OD square plus AD square, right? Here what we need to calculate? OD square. So OD square is equal to OA square minus AD square, and OA square, the length of OA is 25 square minus AD square 15 square. 25 square is, square of 25 is 625 minus 15 square is 225. When we are subtracting 225 from 625, 625 minus 225 is equal to 400. So OD square is equal to 400, but we need to find the length of OD. So OD is equal to root of 400, therefore OD is equal to 20 centimeter. OD is equal to 20 centimeter. So this is the distance from first circle center to the chord, whereas the line drawn from the center of circle to the chord is 20 centimeter. But we need to find one more distance here, that is O dash and D, by considering another right angle triangle. What is that second right angle triangle? A, D and O dash. A, D and O dash. In that again the right angle is D. So by applying the Pythagoras property, AO dash square is equal to AD square AD square plus O dash D square. Here we need to find the length of O dash D. So O dash D square is equal to O dash A square plus AD square. O dash A square minus AD square. So O dash D square, which is equal to here O dash A square. O dash A square means the second radius, the smaller radius of the second circle, that is 17 square minus AD square. AD is nothing but a 15, right? 15 square. So what is the square root of OD square is equal to 17 square is 289. 15 square is 225. Just subtract 289 minus 225. So O dash D square is equal to, by subtracting these two, we are getting 64, right? So O dash D is equal to root of 64, that is nothing but 8 centimeter. Here you are getting two values, that is OD and O dash D. So what we need to find here? The total distance from the centers of the circles. The total distance. What is the total distance, right? So O dash is equal to, by adding these two, OD plus O dash D. OD is 20 centimeter, O dash D is 8 centimeter. Sum of these two is equal to 28 centimeter. So the two centers are exactly 28 centimeter apart from each. So the distance between the two centers of the circle is 28 centimeter. This is the required answer. Okay. Let's move to the next question, that is in fifth one. See the fifth question, what they are given in the fifth question. If in the figure the line ABCD is perpendicular to PQ, where P and Q are the centers of the two circles. So show that. First one, what you have to prove here? First one, prove that first one is AB is equal to CD, and second one is AC is equal to BD. So two circles, the two circles are like this. One is a smaller circle and another one is a larger circle. Here A, B, C and D are the points, right? And P is the center of first circle and Q is the center of second circle. When I draw the line from center of circle to the chord, it will intersect at point O. So what you have to prove here? What you need to prove that? AB is equal to CD, right? So these type of questions we already discussed in the previous session. Listen here. First consider either you can take the smaller circle or larger circle. Take any one circle. If you are taking the smaller circle means BC, this BC is act like a chord. If you are taking outer circle, larger circle means AD is act like a chord of the circle. So PO is perpendicular to, here I am taking the smaller circle. PO is perpendicular to AC. PO is perpendicular to AC. If PO is perpendicular to the chord BC, right? If PO is perpendicular to BC means the line drawn from the center of circle to the chord will be bisect the chord into two equal parts. So what are the two equal parts here? OB is equal to OC. OB is equal to OC. So what you have to write the reason? Line drawn from center of circle bisect the chord. Bisect the chord. So this one is considered as equation 1. Now take one more circle, that is the second circle. In that OQ is perpendicular to the second chord of the circle is AD. OQ is perpendicular to AD. Again, when it is perpendicular to AD means the chord AD will be bisected into two equal parts, and the two equal parts are OA is equal to OD. Consider this equation as 2, and the reason remaining same, that is line drawn from center of circle bisect the chord, right? So whenever the line drawn from center of circle to any chord, that chord will be equally bisected into two equal parts. Here you are getting two equations. So what you have to calculate or what you have to prove? AB is equal to CD. AB is equal to CD. So how you can calculate the AB is equal to CD? By subtracting equation, subtract equation 1 from equation 2. You need to subtract the first equation from second equation. It means the OA minus OB, which is equal to OC minus OD. OA minus OB. If I subtract OA minus OB, if I subtract OB part from OA part, the remaining part is AB. So AB is equal to, similarly in second case, OD minus OC. OD minus OC. OD minus OC is nothing but CD. So therefore here we are proved AB is equal to CD. AB is equal to CD. Once we prove that AB is equal to CD, what we need to prove? AC is equal to BD. So this equation, consider it as a 3. From equation 3, AB is equal to CD, right? We already proved in the equation 3 that AB is equal to CD, right? So if AB is equal to CD means we need to prove that AC is equal to BD. AC is equal to BD. So add BC on both sides. Add BC. Add the part of BC on both sides. So AB plus BC, which is equal to CD plus BC. By adding these two, just observe the diagram. AB plus here AB plus BC. By adding these two, I will get one complete line segment that is equal to AC. Similarly, by adding CD plus BC, we are getting one more line segment that is equal to BD. So hence we proved the given two. Okay, so these are the given data and you need to find the three angles. So three angles are already given. By using that three angles, you need to find three more angles in the given cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. So first consider the triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, the each individual angles, the sum of individual angles in the triangle which is always equal to 180 degree. So angle ABD plus angle BAD plus angle ADB is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of the triangle. Angle ABD is 58 degree. Angle BAD is 75 degree. Right? So two angles are already given. Need to find the one more angle, that is ADB, which is equal to 180 degree. Angle ADB is equal to 180 minus 75 plus 58. 75 plus 58 is 133. Right? 133. So angle ADB is equal to 47 degree. Angle ADB is equal to 47 degree. If this angle is 47 degree, means what you need to calculate first one? BDC. Angle BDC. When we are adding these two angles, we are getting the complete angle ADC, right? So angle ADC, which is equal to angle ADC is equal to ADB plus BDC. Sum of that two angles will make one complete angle, that is ADC. Angle ADB plus angle BDC. In that, angle ADC is 77, or we need to find the angle BDC. So angle BDC is equal to ADC minus ADB. Angle ADC is, the complete angle ADC is 77 degree minus ADB is already calculated, that is 47 degree. Therefore angle BDC is equal to 77 minus 47 is 30 degree. We are completed the calculation of the first angle. Next one, find angle BCD. BCD. How you can calculate the angle BCD? ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, means angle A and angle C are the opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral, which always makes a supplementary. So angle BAD plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Reason, opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So angle BAD. Angle BAD, we already know that angle BAD is equal to 75 plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree, because we need to find the angle BCD. Therefore angle BCD is equal to 180 minus 75, angle BCD, which is equal to 105 degree. So this complete angle becomes 105 degree. Third one, BCA. Angle, you need to find the third angle BCA. How you are going to be calculate the angle BCA? How you can calculate the angle BCA? Is there any simple tricks to calculate the angle BC and A? Just observe the angle BCA. Is there any simple idea? because this angle is already complete and this is also complete angle. Can you get any idea here? No, just observe the first angle, angle ADB, angle ADB and angle ACB or BCA. These two angles lying on the same segment. If we are consider this as a segment, means these two angles in the same segment. Therefore, angle ADB is equal to angle BCA. Angles in same segment. Angles in the same segment. So these two angles are in the same segment. Therefore, angle BCA or angle ACB, which is equal to 47 degree. So these are the required three angles. Okay, let's see the next question, that is 7th one. In the figure, angle CAB is equal to 75 degree. Angle CAB is equal to 75 degree. Angle CBA is equal to 50 degree. Find the value of angle DAB plus angle ABD. So you need to find the sum of two angles, right? 7th question. A, and this one is a point B, D and C. So here this angle is 50 degree. Don't get confused. The half angle, this angle only, they are not given here. Complete angle, angle ABC is 50 degree and this complete angle is 75 degree. Okay. So what are the given datas? Angle, first write the given datas. Given datas are angle CAB is equal to 75 degree, angle CBA is equal to 50 degree, and you need to find what you need to find the angle DAB plus angle ABD, right? So before going to calculate the angle, first observe the angles. Here one complete angle is given, right? Angle B is also completed for this angle only by using this triangle ABC. We need to find the C. So first find in triangle ABC. What are the three angles? Angle ACB, angle ACB plus angle BAC, angle BAC plus angle, third one angle is angle ABC, which is equal to 180 degree by the property of angle sum property of triangle. In that angle ACB is we need to find, so write as it is, angle ACB plus BAC is 75 degree plus ABC is 50 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. Angle ACB is equal to 180 minus 50 plus 75 is 125, right? So ACB is equal to 55 degree. 180 minus 125, 180 minus 125, which is equal to 55 degree. So this angle becomes 55, right? What we need to find here? Angle DAB. Where it lies? DAB, DAB, and one more angle ABD. we need to find the sum of these two angles, right? So how you are going to be calculate the first one? Listen here. Here, if we are consider AB as a arc and AB as a chord, these two angles, angle ACB and angle ADB, angle ACB is equal to angle ADB, angles in same segment. The two angles are lying in the same segment, therefore angle ADB, which is equal to 55 degree. This angle ADB, AD and B, which is equal to 55 degree. So here you need to find the angle DAB plus angle ABD. So if you are going to calculate, or if you are going to two angles, so consider the given triangle directly. What is the triangle? A, B and D. By taking the triangle or by considering the triangle, in triangle ABD, consider each and individual triangles, individual angles. What are the three individual angles? Angle ABD plus angle ABD, first angle, second one BD. What is that angle? First angle is ABD, second one is DAB, plus third one is ADB, which is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angle sum property of triangle. In that, we don't know the value of angle ABD. Angle ABD, where know only the half angle or some angle, some part of the complete angle B. So write that angle as it is, angle ABD plus angle DAB plus angle ADB. This angle is 55, right? So 55, which is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle ABD plus angle DAB, which is equal to 180 degree minus 55. Therefore angle ABD plus angle DAB, which is equal to 180 minus 55, 125. So we need to find the sum of two angles is equal to 125. So this is the 7th question. Okay, see the next 8th question. What they are given in the 8th question? In figure, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. In figure, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral with center O if angle ADC is equal to 130 degree. If angle ADC is equal to 130 degree, find the angle BAC. Find the angle BAC. Circle with center O. Circle with center O. So O is the center of the circle, right? In that, D, this point is D, and this is the point C. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So join these points. And what they are given here? Angle ADC. This angle is equal to 130 degree. So what you have to find? Angle BAC, right? You need to find the value of angle BAC. Just observe the given diagram. Here O is the center of the circle and AB is the line which passes through the center of circle, means so AB is consider it as a diameter of the circle. So the angle formed in the semicircle, is always right angle. So this angle, solution, angle ACB is equal to 90 degree. Angle in semicircle is right angle, or which is always equal to 90 degree. Now consider the triangle. In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, we already know that this angle is 90 degree. This marks simply indicate it's a perpendicular, it means 90 degree. Okay. So before going to calculate the angle A, opposite angle, they already told here ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So the opposite angles in the cyclic quadrilateral is always supplementary. So angle D plus angle B. Angle B is nothing but angle ABC, which is equal to 180 degree. Opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral is always supplementary. So angle D is 130 degree plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle B is equal to 180 minus 130, which is equal to 50 degree. Angle B is nothing but angle ABC, right? Angle ABC is 50 degree. Now in triangle ABC, consider the three angles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C, which is equal to 180 degree. Reason, angle sum property of triangle. In that angle A is, we need to find the angle A, that is nothing but BAC. So write as it is, angle A plus angle B. Angle B we already calculated, that is equal to 50 plus angle C. 90 degree is equal to 180. Angle A is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 50 is 140, right? So angle A is equal to 180 minus 140 is 40 degree. So angle A is nothing but angle BAC. Angle BAC, which is equal to 40 degree. So this is the required. Okay, see the ninth question, what it says. In figure, O is the center of the circle and angle ABC is equal to, angle ABC is equal to 55 degree. Angle ABC is equal to 55 degree. Find the values of x and y. Find the values of x and y. So O is the center of circle. The line passes through the center of circle. And C, D. This point is D and this one is a A. Now join these points, you will get one cyclic quadrilateral, that is ABCD. Here ABCD. If O is the center of circle, and angle ABC is equal to 55 degree, find the values of x and y. Find the values of x and y. So this angle is 55. Okay, you need to find the values of x and y. Listen here. If you are considering AD as a arc and AD as a chord, this will make a segment of this circle. So angle formed by the arc on the circumference is half, whereas the same angle formed by the center of the circle is double. Therefore, angle AOC is 2 times of the given angle ABC. 2 times of the angle ABC. So 2 into 55. We already know the angle ABC. So 2 times of angle ABC is means 110 degree. So x value, angle AOC is nothing but a x value, right? So angle x is equal to, angle AOC is equal to 110, that is nothing but x value 110. X value is 110, and ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. In that, angle B is opposite to angle D. Angle B is opposite to angle D. The sum of the opposite angles are supplementary in the cyclic quadrilateral. So, angle ABC, or you can also directly take it as a angle B plus angle D, which is equal to 180 degree. These two are the opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral. The opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral is always supplementary. In that, angle B is 55 degree and angle D is equal to 180 degree. Angle D is equal to 180 minus 55. Angle D is equal to 180 minus 55 is 125. So angle D is nothing but a y value. So y is equal to 124. Therefore, the required x and y values are x is equal to 110 degree and y is equal to 125 degree. So these two are the required values of x and y. Okay students, be happy, have a nice day.